The top 8 water sports practiced by wealthy people. For those of us who earn an average income, swimming, body surfing and canoeing on the weekends are about as close to water sports as we get. It is a different story altogether for wealthy people who can afford every luxury the world has to offer. Yes, the rich lead a very different lives to us common folk, from sailing on luxury yachts to owning a garage of jet skis.
To stay up to date with our latest videos, make sure to subscribe to this YouTube channel by clicking the button above this video.
Number 1. Sailing, yachting. Why take a cruise with a bunch of strangers when you can sail in your own private luxury yacht? Most larger yachts come with a captain and full crew, so you don't need to have any experience to sail the open waters. But while you may not need experience, you do need a big bank account if you plan to charter a private yacht, as renting one costs $5,000 per day or more. Or maybe you don't want to rent and prefer to buy. That will set you back close to $50 million. Number 2. Scuba diving. This is another expensive water sport that only the wealthy can afford to do regularly. The cost of a scuba diving certificate and equipment is around $500, which doesn't sound too bad, right? The price rises considerably once you add lodging and transportation to the best locations in the world, such as Egypt, Ras Mohammed National Park, Papua New Guinea, Kimber Bay, and Australia Great Barrier Reef. Number 3. Kite surfing. Have you ever dreamed of combining sailing, wakeboarding, and windsurfing into one water sport? Then kite surfing is what you're looking at, and it is one of the most popular water activities done by wealthy people. While the gear needed for this sport is quite simple, you only need the kite and the board. It can cost you anywhere from $1,000 to $5,000. Lessons will cost between $400 to $800. You can also rent the gear for around $80 per day. You use the gear to propel yourself and the board across the water by harnessing wind power with the kite. Number 4. Parasailing. Imagine a boat pulling a kite in the sky. Now replace the kite with a parachute-like canopy with a person attached. This is parasailing. You soar high above the ocean, taking in views of the surroundings. Some of the canoes can accommodate as many as 3 people. This water activity is not the cheapest to do, coming in at anywhere from $80 per person in Australia to $150 per person in Florida. And this is for a 10 to 15 minutes ride. It is easy to see why this is a water activity suited to the wealthy. Number 5. Jet skiing. Known as quad bikes for water, a jet ski is a powerful watercraft. It has a similar output to many boat engines while accelerating like a motorbike, so it makes perfect sense that those adventurous souls out there would be attracted to this water transport. Anyone thinking about riding jet skis should prepare themselves to have an amazing experience for a price. The rich buy their own, often keeping them at holiday homes, and can range from $5,000 to $20,000 per jet ski, but you can rent one for $500 for the day. Number 6. Flyboarding. When the rich get tired of jet skis, the next thing they move on to is flyboarding. Let's be honest, who wouldn't love flying around with a water jetpack? It is what we have all dreamed of since we were kids. While you don't need anything but the flyboard to hover around, you need to make sure you have the correct safety equipment, a helmet and life jacket. Flyboarding costs anywhere from $150 for half an hour, so it helps the wealthy maintain exclusivity. Number 7. Rowing, crew. Much like lacrosse, rowing is a sport that naturally attracts the wealthy. Why? Because it is one of the most popular sports done in private schools and universities in the US and UK. And if you look at rowers, you can just about smell their money. The boats and oars don't come cheap, costing anything from $7,000 upward. In addition to that, you need a boathouse, and if you don't live near an urban river, a trailer to transport the boat. Number 8. Kayaking. This sport is the complete opposite of water skiing and wakeboarding in that it is much calmer and more serene than those adrenaline-fueled activities. Kayaking is great for people of all ages, as long as you have a bit of upper body strength to paddle. Kayaks are relatively pricey to buy, starting at around $1,000 for a single-seater sea kayak. But you can rent them from $60 per day and enjoy exploring the coastlines of many tropical destinations.